Before kingdoms, before wars, before history itself, there was only silence. No earth, no sun, no oceans or skies, no life, no time as we know it. Just an endless, dark universe, a void waiting to be filled. And yet, from that emptiness, everything you see today was born. Every mountain, every ocean, every living being, even you. So, how did this happen? How did a lifeless universe give rise to a living world? This is the story of Earth. Around 13.8 billion years ago, the universe began, not with a quiet start, but with an unimaginable explosion of energy, the Big Bang. In less than a second, the universe expanded faster than light. Space itself stretched outward, carrying energy with it. There were no stars yet, no galaxies, only a hot, dense sea of particles. As the universe cooled, the first building blocks of matter formed: protons, neutrons, electrons. Then came atoms, mostly hydrogen and helium. For millions of years, the universe remained dark, a vast cosmic darkness waiting for light until gravity began its work. It pulled matter together, slowly forming the first stars, and when those stars ignited, the universe lit up for the first time. Inside these stars, something incredible happened. They became cosmic factories, forging heavier elements: carbon, oxygen, iron, the ingredients of planets, and life itself. When these stars died, they exploded, scattering those elements across the universe, seeding space with the raw materials of creation. Over billions of years, galaxies formed, massive collections of stars, bound together by gravity. One of them would become our home, the Milky Way. Inside this galaxy, about 4.6 billion years ago, a cloud of gas and dust began to collapse. This cloud, known as a nebula, was rich with elements from ancient stars. As gravity pulled it inward, it began to spin, faster and faster. At its center, pressure and heat grew intense, until suddenly nuclear fusion began. A star was born. Our sun. Around this newborn star, a disk of dust and debris continued to spin. Tiny particles collided, sticking together, forming larger and larger bodies. This process, called accretion, would shape the entire solar system. Planets began to take form. Some became gas giants, others rocky worlds. One of them was Earth. In the early days, Earth was nothing like it is today. It was a chaotic, violent world, a growing mass of rock, constantly bombarded by asteroids. Each collision released enormous energy, melting the surface into a sea of magma. The young planet glowed like a fiery sphere in space. Heavy elements like iron sank toward the center, forming the core. Lighter materials rose, creating the crust. This process shaped Earth's internal structure: core, mantle, crust. But the violence did not stop. The early solar system was unstable. Debris was everywhere. Collisions were constant. And then came one of the most important events in Earth's history. A massive object, about the size of Mars, collided with Earth. The impact was catastrophic. It shattered parts of the young planet, sending molten debris into space. For a time, Earth was surrounded by a glowing ring of destruction, but gravity, once again, brought order. That debris began to come together, slowly forming a single body, the moon. This event changed Earth forever. It stabilized the planet's rotation, created tides in the oceans, and influenced the future of life itself. After the chaos, Earth began to change. The surface slowly cooled. A solid crust started to form. Volcanoes erupted across the planet, releasing gases trapped deep within: carbon dioxide, water vapor, nitrogen. These gases formed the first atmosphere. The sky was thick, toxic, and unrecognizable, but it was a beginning. As temperatures dropped, water vapor condensed, clouds formed, and then rain began. Not gentle rain, but relentless storms lasting millions of years. Water filled the lowest regions of the planet, creating the first oceans. Earth was becoming a water world. Within these ancient oceans, something extraordinary happened. Simple chemicals began to interact. Energy from lightning, volcanic heat, and sunlight drove complex reactions. Molecules combined, forming more advanced structures. Over time, these structures became capable of copying themselves. This was the beginning of life. The first organisms were simple, single-celled, living deep in the oceans. They had no eyes, no limbs, no awareness, but they had something powerful: the ability to survive and reproduce. For billions of years, life remained simple, but it slowly transformed the planet. Some organisms began to release oxygen, changing the atmosphere forever, making it possible for more complex life to evolve. Everything that exists today traces back to these tiny beginnings. From a violent universe came stars. From stars came elements. From those elements came planets. And from one small planet came life. Earth is not just a world, it is the result of billions of years of cosmic events. Every rock, every ocean, every living being is part of that story. And that story is still being written, because Earth continues to change, and so do we. From cosmic dust to conscious life, we are the universe, experiencing itself. And this is only the beginning of history.